I'm sitting in front of a laptop, I know there's a keyboard there, there's a screen there, there's a mouse there. Who told me this? Somebody told me at one moment of time, the mouse looks like this. And it get embedded. Now my awareness is there. The mouse will feel like this. If there's a change in the feeling of the mouse, I may not like it.
Sir, I'd like to know a little more about pressure points that you talked about. What more similar techniques are there which can help us be more aware or sensitive to our surroundings, or just one?
See, a lot of methods and tools are there, definitely. But something what we can do by ourselves matters more. When we wake up, we don't look for needles for acupuncture. We don't require the acupressure material. What we require is a basic thing. Somebody just tightening the fist also is a pressure point. Rather than opening up like this, both things, it's the same thing. If I press like this or if I do like this, same thing, same reaction will happen. But a lot of people are not interested to do this and this. So I said, okay, press this. So one option comes. People are more relaxed to do something. They feel that, okay, this does not look good. You will find the child doing that on the ground. When he's a toddler also, he does this. Keeps on doing this. The fist will be very tight. You can't open the fist very far because they know it's a state of consciousness they want to connect to, and somehow they are connecting to the energy points. And that gives them the energy. And when they sleep also, his fist is like this. And if they hold the hand, it's very difficult to leave the hand. It's not easy. The hold is very tight. Even though it's a small child of maybe 6 months, you can't let go of the hand easily. It takes you time. So you can understand. Now imagine the same strength coming to you at this age. It matters. So that energy is working because it's a reversal flow. What happens is whatever we are gaining, like I said, in the night, 1.5 hours we sleep. In that duration of time, the breathing is happening from both the nostrils. But post that, one of the nostrils is active. Whichever nostril is active, if I continue to be a servant to that, that means maybe our left side is active. That means my right brain will be more active. Similarly, if the right nostril is active, then the left brain is more active. So that means I'm servant to one side of the brain. Somewhere I lose my control. My decision can go wrong. Somewhere my emotion can get overwhelming. Somewhere my problems must be higher. Then I can't answer the things properly. What I should be doing is, with all the problems in hand, I should be calm and quiet when the situation arises. So for that, I need to bring my breathing to both the nostrils whenever I want. So this is an easier way of doing it. So the moment I wake up, I do this, gulp the saliva which is in my mouth. It allows the breathing to get back to the state of the nostrils. So it keeps on revibrating back to the both nostrils function. It's also part of the traditional, if you look, it's part of the Swara Yoga. So it's a combination. So I'm talking about it in a very subtle way, but it's a part of the Swara Yoga. It's also part of the Nadi Vidya. It's part of the Marma Vidya. So it's functioning on multi areas. Just one pressing will work on a lot of things.
There's a question from Ms. Jaya. How do I know whether I am living in conscious awareness or in a state of conscious awareness?
We are always living in a state of conscious awareness. We are aware of our surrounding. We all see whatever is a conscious, whatever senses can perceive. If I'm sitting in front of a laptop, I know there's a keyboard there, there's a screen there, there's a mouse there. Who told me this? Somebody told me at one moment of time, the mouse looks like this. And it get embedded. Now my awareness is there. The mouse will feel like this. If there's a change in the feeling of the mouse, I may not like it. Maybe tomorrow we have a square mouse coming up. It may not be a successful thing because my comfort zone is like this. So the palm and the mouse has to connect. That's how the mind functions. If there is a change in shape, it's a difficult way to adapt and change. So that means I'm in that particular moment of now, which requires things to change to another moment of time, whereby it can connect to a square mouse. So anything, if you look at a recipe coming up, you find that a new thing entices you because it's a new thing. Even if it's a similar small thing like a idli coming up, and you have a square or a rectangle idli coming up, suddenly when you will let me see the taste, thing would be same only. But the shape attracts. So you change. For that particular moment, let me taste it. After that, I know it's the same taste. But assuming the taste is different, you will always search for that particular square or a rectangle idli. And that becomes famous. So that's how the marketing is done by the sweet shops. They have a sweet gujia, they have a raw salty gujia, they have a different flavored gujia, and they have a different stuffing of the gujia also. So they come out and say, okay, this is separate gujia, and we want to taste all of that. So everything what we do from the morning till night is part of our conscious. But when we say specific to a subtle conscious, that is quite different. Becoming aware of myself is more important. Once that I, instead of the need, becomes I. That means the need vanishes. Then my awareness becomes me. Because I'm not worried about my death or life or struggle. I'm more worried about the I which is sitting inside quite. So that now is quite different from the now which I'm struggling with every day.
Sir, could you please elaborate conscious realization a little more?
Okay. Very, very basic level. When we say, I think more or less most of the people who might have attended my sessions would know this. I give out similar examples. When I have to tell a child, we always say that there are 5 fingers in our hand. But as we grow, we say that there are 4 fingers and 1 thumb. We added the thumb to it and we removed 1 finger. But did the child argue? No, he accepted the fact. Similarly, when a child is drawing some picture, we say that, okay, see, there are actually 5 fingers, the hand should look like this, the feet should look like this, and every children merely draws a similar pattern. Except for few exceptional artists by birth, they can come out with a real life thing. But normally a children drawn picture, okay, this looks same. The dress sense, the figure, the form, everything will be quite similar. Eyes will be in a different shapes and everything. Then we know how to curve the eyes. We start learning it, adapting it. So my consciousness is evolving with my level of understanding. But for a lot of people who can't draw a straight line, telling them how to curve it is going to be a headache. Even for a lot of people who can't use a mouse, asking them to use on a laptop without a mouse, it becomes a headache. They can't click, they can't move, they can't stop. Is the conscious a problem? No. The problem is the mind saying that, no, I can't understand this screen. I need to adapt to my old screen, which I am comfortable with. So that is an awareness of senses, physical senses. Now, when you go deeper, you are going on a very subtle area. The subtlety tells you that, see, I am connecting to that source which connects to me. That is where the layers of consciousness comes in. Again, very basic explanation.
There's the question, what is subconscious? Maybe it's more like, what is the difference between conscious and subconscious?
Okay. Now, subconscious or conscious, both are similar only, I would say. Anything related to the physical level, whatever we have. If we struggle throughout the day, definitely we dream something weird connected to our struggle. But we don't dream similar when we are too happy. We might have had the biggest success in our life. We don't dream a good dream. We might go to a good sleep. But the moment we are struggling, we'll have weird dreams coming. And those two broken dreams and very weird dreams. Disconnected, but somehow I know that it's somewhere connected to my struggle. Maybe it's giving me some message. Okay. Now, where is this message coming from? The I, the inside I. So somewhere the I is telling you, see, there is a problem. These fragments which I have given you, connect all of that, you might get a solution by yourself. Maybe you are seeing somebody you know, which you can relate to. Now, who do you see? Mostly those people which we remember at very small younger days, whom we love. Maybe our long gone grandfather. Maybe somebody I met when I was very small. So I connect to that. And that becomes part of me. And that is where my expansion happens. So all that information which I collected from the age up till 5 is part of my subconscious. Post that is all of my conscious which are functioning at day-to-day activity. So my growth is on a horizontal level rather than a vertical growth. So somebody telling you that you are drawing up information from the subconscious is from the age of 0 to 5. That's it.
There's a question from Anju. Sir, can you guide on chakras?
Chakra is a very deep concept, with all due respect, and a lot of people just hold on to chakras at 6 or 7 chakras. Somebody talking about 6 chakras up to the Agya. and some talking about the 7 chakras. But in reality, there are more than 1854 chakras, and when you bring it down to the sub-chakras of it goes to more than 7,000 plus. So the 7,864 chakras in all work with a lot of area, and these all functioning are happening under a different kind of concept, working on the energy centers known as, or energy channels known as nadis. And each of those nadis have connecting points. So traditionally what we talk about, I want to just put it in one line, they say about 7 chakras. Well, the 7th chakra, which is called the Sahasrara, is not called a chakra, but it's a combination of all the 6, which has passed through all the 6 to reach that 7th chakra. The Kundalini, the energy is sleeping at below the Muladhara in a dormant state in a trade-off coil to rise up to connect with that. Because I'm talking about the traditional terms. It has to pass through the 3 granthis, the Brahma, Rudra and Vishnu Granthi, to reach the ultimate state. Now the reality is quite different. Reality is like the 1800 chakras are functioning together while the projected energies are happening at the 6. And they are functioning on the 72 granthis. The 72 granthis make you connect to one level or the other. The ultimate aim is to connect the Shakti to the Shiv. But all those people who claim that the energy has awakened, why are they still searching? If Shiva and Shakti got connected, why are they still searching? If they are searching, that means the Shiva and Shakti could not get connected. If the search is happening, if the queries come, that means you lost it. So that means what you attain maybe at the first level of the Granthi, maybe at the 4th or maybe at the 13th. But reaching up to the 54th means that you attained the awareness of yourself. This is called the self-realization or Atma Sakshatkar. So covering up all the 7 chakras will allow you to understand about Atma Sakshatkar. Definitely it's a big topic. I had come out with a book covering more than 547 chakras, more than 1,000 odd nadis, detailed in Hidden Mysteries of Kundalini way back in 98.
There's a question from Savita. Can we use this technique to overcome stress, be more calm?
Yes, that is the reason. The whole concept why I told about all these methods was something you don't need to struggle. There is no chant, there is no religion, you're talking about a breath. Whatever stress is happening, you can get relaxed from it. Whatever tension is coming up, whatever kind of burden is there, you can let go of it. You can have a relaxed sleep. Somebody who's like nowadays, everybody has a lot of problems. Breathlessness is a problem. External factors, when you look, pollution is a factor. A lot of people can't sleep in the night. So all the methods which I spoke about allows you to have a good sleep, good relaxed state of mind throughout the day, good diet, good appetite, and good way of being healthy.
Sir, could you kindly share the book name for the audience members regarding the chakras?
The Hidden Mysteries of Kundalini, Soul Searchers, The Hidden Mysteries of Kundalini, and we are already in the 19th edition.
There's a question from Anju again. If one's breath from left nostril, one's breathe from left nostril, then do we need to work on pranayama?
Nobody can breathe through the left nostril continuously. Every 45 minutes to 90 minutes, the breathing shifts. Unless and until you got a tilt in the bone, otherwise, definitely you will be shifting the bone. By chance, if you have a physical problem or a medical problem, then definitely it's an issue that one nostril is continuously blocked. So definitely the pranayama also will be of little help. But definitely when you look at the neti part of it, it can really help you physical level. So gel neti definitely can really help if done properly. That is one thing. Second thing is, make sure that you are breathing to the navel. That means expanding the breath. Though physically it's not possible that the breathing will go down to the navel. But you should feel that the breath goes to the navel. The breathing will allow the navel area to get expanded. The abdomen should be expanded. So if you can expand that breath, you will find that both the nostrils will start functioning better. And one more small method I can add to is the area between this. That means the brim of the nose. Start massaging it with the middle finger from like this point. You start massaging it and then start breathing. You will find the breathing will shift to the right.
There's a question from Raja Sulochana. Is there another way of connecting to your inner self?
There are many methods. Not one. There are many methods. Definitely, it's such a short period of time covering up all the layers is not easy. And achievement of one. I always believe one thing is take one method, perfect it to the level where you know that I'm need not repeat it again, because that becomes part of it. Then if you think that, okay, I need to have another one, you can. Otherwise, that one single method is enough for lifetime.